going to have $8,000 in cash to give out. So tricks will get rewarded, and also beyond tricks, effort, just people who really deserve it in the end.
Oh man, I'm so excited for who I'm going to be talking with today. You don't even need an introduction. The most stylish skier ever to exist, at least I think so. Phil Casabon, aka B-Dog, is with us today. We're going to be talking all about his new event that's going to be coming to Wild Mountain. B-Dog, how are you doing today?
Fantastic, man. Couldn't be better. Stoked to link with you in the Midwest to connect.
We're stoked to have you on. We're stoked to have you bring you back to the Midwest. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But first, I got to ask, because I had this moment where I was like thinking, where did the nickname B-Dog come from? So can you tell us the origin story behind that nickname?
Yeah, basically it's a cat that jumped in my face when I was a child, and a dog came and chased it. The cat actually came close to rip my eye off. I still am scarred to this day. So it was really a gnarly scar I got from the cat. So I kind of hated cat from that point on and loved dogs. And so later on in life, I had a crew, rollerblade and skiing crew, and we all had to have nicknames because we were looking up to the people like the sea crew. Everybody had the nicknames, and mine was given to me by a friend. B was the steeziest letter of the alphabet, in our opinion. So he gave me the nickname B-Dog.
Oh man, there you go. That's I love that story. And speaking of that, where did you learn to ski? Where did you grow up skiing? Some of my viewers might not know your backstory of, where were your stomping grounds?
It was Quebec in Shawinigan, a mountain called Validspark, VDP for acronym. It's about the sizes of most of the resorts that you guys have in the Midwest. So tiny little resort. And so I got on a pair of skis at a very young age, at 2 years old.
On a ski hill that is comparable in size to something like we have here in the Midwest, right?
Exactly. So we were lucky to have night skiing, and that's a big game changer when you're doing the school every day of the week, so you can at least catch a bit of skiing at night.
Freestyle has really kind of like done this thing where it's gone to a spin to win format where we're almost like watching a video game at this point. Now, you have always found your success in style, always. That's always been a huge part of what you've done. Why has that been your number one focus rather than trying to just spin as fast as you can and get as many rotations as you can?
I guess it was like my upbringing that made me go that route. Especially like in the early days where I grew up, I was the focus was style. It was like kind of like skiing was shifting from these moguls and racing, and just like this rebel movement of free skiing was sprouting about. So the goal was to be rebellious and different and have kind of your own taste and flavor. So if you would succeed at that, then you would be successful because you'd have something new to bring to the table. You just, it wasn't based solely on performance. It was really based on character and style. So that was always the aim. And the people I looked up to was Eric Pollard, Philippe Poirier, Tanner Hall, Mikhail Deschenaux, Pep Fujas, Candide Tovek. So all style gods in our realm. That definitely propelled me to go that direction, but without necessarily totally leaving aside the technical aspect, but always putting style on the pedestal.
Now, you've been to the Midwest before. You did a big tour, a demo tour with the Inspire Tour back in 2013, and you traveled all over the place, like Wild Mountain Snow Trails, Elm Creek, I think you hit up as well. I mean, you were all over the place, and people still talk about that when I travel. People talk about that all the time, how amazing it was to have these pro athletes come in and just stoke up their local community. What do you love about Midwest skiing and riding?
The fast pace of skiing. A lot of the resorts do have most of the resorts are small, so invariably the runs will be quick to get up and also go down, so you get a lot of repetition. Everybody's just happy to be out there and not to complain, and people are not complaining about the weather and things of that regard, because they have so little, so they just make the best out of what they have. they're not waiting for like the next foot of POW. And if there's not a new foot on the ground, it's like, nah, it's not worth it. It's just like, we're going out regardless of how it is, because it's better to be on skis than not.
Let's turn to this event, because I am so excited about this event that's going to go down on Saturday, March 2nd at Wild Mountain, the B-Dog Off the Leash Terrain Park event. Now, you held one in Quebec, was it a few weeks ago? Tell us about your inspiration for this event and really why you wanted to bring it to here, the Midwest.
The inspiration has been with me for a decade plus. At first, it was to make an event in my hometown with a unique character in this park, iconic place for street and snowboard skiing, where people gather from around the world to go because there are spots all over, and also it's intimate, calm, and there's a hill. So that really facilitates the whole process of urban snowboard and skiing. So therefore, that was in place in my mind. The catalyst was Eric Iberg, who's from Minnesota. He was here for a week at that point. We're working together, and I told him, like, it'd be cool to make an event. He's like, just do it. And then Iberg was like, let's not just stick to Quebec. Let's also do one for the Midwest, which, like, I'm all about, because as I've been seen in the past in videos, I go there quite a bit. I did Truck Talk with Hornbeck, went 2 years in a row, did the demo tour over there. It's a place that I love skiing because it's very familiar to where I'm at, and the people are also just nice people over there. So, and Iberg was there to facilitate it all because he's from Minnesota. He has the connection. He actually made the Inspired demo tour happen. That was when the idea kind of branched out and turned into a Off the Leash Street Edition and Off the Leash Park Edition, which are very different, which I'm happy about, because in one of them I get to invite and just have a sort of elite thing, and in the other one I get to share to a bigger, broader community and have people that aren't necessarily aficionados in skiing. They can just show up and have sort of sharpen their edges and just like get, or in this case unsharpened because it's a rail event, but just like get jiggy with it.
I love that. That's one thing that's super cool about this event is you guys have two groups. In the first group, or group one, it's really like just a beginner's group, which I mean, we don't see this a lot, and I love we're starting to see more of it in the industry, because I think it's so important to have separate dedicated groups and events for those, beginner park skiers, and I think that's huge. And then obviously you have group two that's going to be more advanced individuals. What was your reasoning behind creating two groups like that? And why was it so important to get that group one in there, where it's going to be you're just getting into the sport, coming in and doing an event like this?
Everybody has to have a pedestal to shine. Everybody's got to have their piece, and especially in this day and age, it's like so separated because of especially finance. You can't access to the airbag, the big air, so expensive. Mom and dad can't pay it for you, but at least like you can go and grind a rail or ski in the park and set up a PVC, get really nice with it. And then there's your opportunity to shine. There's an event that is not owned by a mega corporate thing that will allow you to showcase what you've learned. And so it's really to give a door to these people that don't necessarily have access to this mega infrastructures.
I love it. I think it's awesome. And I have a new idea. So maybe we do B-Dog's backyard off the leash. That's the next one. So we can get some backyard setups, because some of these kids are it's impressive what they're doing in their backyards. Like, it's blowing my mind.
True. A video contest of backyards would be wicked, and then bring everybody to a super backyard that won the contest. Yeah.
That would be, dude, that would be really, really cool. So we're gonna have some prizes at this event. Obviously, you're gonna be handing out cash. Talk to me a little bit about what people can expect as far as what this event's gonna look like and what to prepare for this thing.
So Wild will prepare us a setup to their likings. I have a minor say into it, but they are professionals at what they do. I rode the park during the Inspired demo tour, loved it. So I have faith that they're gonna build something dope for both our groups, and I'm gonna have $8,000 in cash to give out. Yeah, so it's a big load of money in broken down in 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s. So tricks will get rewarded, and also beyond tricks, effort, just people who really deserve it in the end. So I'm going to be on a microphone and shouting and just like inspiring, try to get people jazzed up, amped up, and giving out cash. We're going to have you shooting the event, and all these Midwest legends will be present. I can't go ahead and give some names out yet because I don't want to name people that won't be there. So, but we are having some surprise, as you said. It's going to be a great turnout, I'm sure already.
And it's going on at probably the best time of the season, at least I think so. First weekend in March is probably the best skiing you're going to have all season, so I think you guys timed this event up perfectly.
It's going to be dope because we have some hungry skiers, and we got money, and we got music, so the party's on.
If you want to find more information about the event, we'll drop some links below to the event page. $10 to register, and this is all going down again on Saturday, March 2nd at Wild Mountain. You're not going to want to miss this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of giveaways, a lot of awesome stuff going on. So please head over and check this one out if you haven't already. There is a cap on space, right, B-Dog? So you want to make sure you register quickly. So if you're watching this video, probably get over there. If you're going to do it, because I think is it 100 people that we're capping it?
100 is the cap, and about like a week ago, we had 52. So hurry up. I didn't check up the numbers yet, but I think within 4 days we had 52. So don't wait. As soon as this is out, as soon as you hear us, Matthew and I on this, just hit the link below and register.
Go register. Go do it. You won't regret it. And even if you just want to come out watch too, still do it. Like there's going to be a lot going on. Obviously some pros out there, just kids shredding it up. Probably some beers to be had out there as well. So always a good time regardless if you're participating or if you're just spectating. Oh, B-Dog, thank you so much for taking the time. I'm so stoked about this event. It's so cool to have the Midwest be put on a national or even global scale to some degree in events like this, and having you and your crew come out here and really show people that you don't need a huge mountain, and your backyard and what you have right here is good enough to become a pro level athlete. It's awesome. So thank you so much for you and Eric for taking the effort to make an event like this, because it really does showcase what we're doing here in the Midwest.
Thank you for the platform, brother. Looking forward to meeting you in the physical, and also big shout out to Eric Iberg, who is very important in this. Oh, damn,
there
the scarred from Iberg. Looking, gee, cool stuff. Real fan. Really appreciate you, Matthew, and thank you for taking the time. I will see you on March 2nd at Wild Mountain, and for people tuning in, show up, register if you're a skier. If you're not a skier, come and look at them doing some wild maneuvers. It's going to be a good time.